we get into why booby traps are illegal, let me be very clear here. Booby
Go check out his video. He makes a lot of good points, probably more eloquently than I can. Now, I recently made a video here touching on fireworks and what you could do to kind of, put them out and deal with them. And a lot of people came out of the woodwork to explain that if I were to douse their fireworks with water, they would just fire at me. They would, use their Second Amendment rights to defend themselves because it was on their property, destroying their property, those kind of things. Now, I want to provide a little more context on why I got educated in this subject and what it took to get there. We keep a pride flag on our house, and some people in the area didn't like that and decided that to show they didn't like that, they would come and just tear it off the house. That's what they decided to do. This happened multiple times. We went through a few flags, and I was getting frustrated about what to do to solve this issue. Now, I ended up installing cameras, and that seems to have stopped the issue at this point. But prior to that, my first thought was to arm myself, wait for someone to show up to do what they were going to do, and then just handle it with my Second Amendment rights. Because after all, they were destroying my property. They were on my property. So I had felt emboldened to do that. Turns out that was not the actual way that would be handled. The thing with the castle doctrine is you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you were in such danger that it justified using excessive force. You have to show a reasonable amount of force in there. So no, you can't just do what you want because they're in your house. It doesn't work that way. Additionally, even if you were safe on the castle doctrine side, you can still be charged with wrongful unaliving of someone, which that can lead to jail time for you, even though it may have been in your house. It was shown in that case that you used excessive force. If you need an example of where you would get in trouble, I'm going to use a different portion that most castle doctrine covers, which is your car. You are protected by castle doctrine in your car in some states because it is a place that you are at, that you are in, and it's yours. And so this is where road rage isn't covered. If someone tries to run you off the road, you don't have the right to try to run them back off the road or to shoot at them. And we've seen in the news lately where a lot of people are getting in trouble for shooting at another vehicle when they felt they were at danger, but that doesn't count. As I said before in another video, a lot of you got your toys but didn't read the manual on how and when to use it. And that's what makes a lot of you dangerous and why I think a lot of you shouldn't be armed. In addition to that, a lot of you were going based off of stories of a friend or something you heard that holds no bearing whatsoever, as it probably didn't happen. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. That's anarchy you're thinking of. Freedom is a lot different. Please consult a lawyer and talk about these things to understand what your rights are. In addition to that, don't be listening to the gun club or association with. They're going to tell you whatever they think is going to get you to buy more of things you need or think you need.